Hi, good evening. So this is a tutorial on how you can prepare your stitch braid so that you can get a perfect stitch braid. One thing is that once you don't know the preparation, your stitch braid will not be straight and it will not stitch. So first of all, this is the hair I want to use for stitch braid, and also this is my gel. So you apply your gel on the hair, both sides. The first side you apply your gel on it. You also apply your gel on the other side of the hair. You apply your gel on it. After you've already applied the other, because this hair is medium size, so I'm going to divide the hair into two and also apply my gel on it. The reason why I divided it is for the gel to enter, to sink inside the hair and enter the hair very well, so that it will slip, so that the hair will slip down, so that I'll be able to stitch. If the hair is small hair, the hair is not medium size. If it is just tiny hair, you don't need to divide the hair into two. So apply your gel on both sides and also the middle on the hair, not on the scalp. After you've done that, you comb out the hair. Just comb it out. Comb the other side too as well. Then after you've already combed it, you use the back of your tail comb to press the hair down. It will slip down. Doing that, it will allow you to stitch the hair very well, so that you will get the lines of the stitch braid. See, the back of your tail comb to press down the hair here and the other side here, so you get a perfect preparation on how you can stitch any, whether virgin hair or relaxed hair. This is the same method you are going to use. So it will slip down on the left side and on the right side as well. So this is how you can get a perfect stitch braid. Thank you. Hi guys, good evening. So this is a tutorial on how you can stitch your hair using nails. So I've applied my gel on both sides and the middle. So you are going to cut a little bit of hair from the beginning. Make sure the hair is not too tiny, so that it will not cut your client's hair. At least once you pick out the hair, you comb it out. You are going to make it to be brushed a little bit. Not that you are going to stitch from the beginning of the hair, because it will cut. So cut a little bit of hair and comb it. Let it as brush. So after that, you are going to divide the hair into three. You are going to weave it a little bit. After you've already weave it, I'm going to stitch on both sides. That means I will stitch on the left or stitch on the right, so it will make a straight line. So this is it. I'll stitch from the right. So I'm adding my attachment from the beginning because my client hair is not that thick and I wanted the weaving to be a little bit thick. Although the attachment of adding it is not compulsory, but I decided to add mine because I want it a little bit thick. So you stitch from one side, you weave on it very little. You stitch on the other side as well, very little. So if I raise my hand down, it's going to give me a straight line. So I pick another little hair again, I stitch on it. I added another attachment again. I'll weave on that one too. I'll stitch on this other side with my nails. I'll weave on it again. Doing that, it will still give me a straight line again. So I added only tiny 3 attachments from the beginning, because it's enough for what I want the size of my weaving to be. I don't want to continue to add attachments because I don't want it to be too thick. So I added another one, I weave on it. So it gave me a straight line again. Can you see? A straight line. So I'll keep on stitching on my left hand and my right hand on nails. I'll keep on stitching. It will take time, but at the end of the day, you are going to love the stitches. If you are very fast, if you know how to stitch, then your hand will be very, very fast. So you stitch on both sides. Don't forget to stitch on the left and on the right. You pick little bit of hair. Don't let it be too much. This is my own right hair. I add it to it and I stitch on my left, and I also add it. I weaved it. This is how I'm going to do the hair till I'm done with the hair. I'm using 2 nails. If you want to use cotton comb, it will still give you the same method. If you use tail comb, it's going to give you the same method, but I always prefer this nails because this nails is one of the best methods you can use to stitch your hair. So you stitch on both sides, and make sure that once you are stitching on both sides, make sure the weaving is in the middle. So once you stitch on right and left, your weaving is going to be in the middle. It's going to be straight, so you keep on stitching. And make sure you tighten your weaving a little bit, but not the hair, so that the weaving will be very neat, tight, and not loose, so that the hair also will last. That's the major reason why I added the attachment, a little bit of attachment to the weaving. So you see, once you stitch on the left, you stitch on the right, it will be in the middle. It's going to show both stitch, so you keep on stitching. Same method on natural hair. This is a relaxed hair, so even if it is natural hair, it's still the same method you are going to use to stitch the hair. So you keep on stitching. One thing about stitch braid is that if you stitch on both sides, your weaving will automatically be in the middle, and it's going to be very tight. Each of my stitch is in the middle and it's very tight. It's going to show like that, so you don't need to stress yourself once to stitch on the both sides. It's going to be in the middle. Thank you guys, bye.